What's up, everybody? Man, we talk about something that, downright frustrating. I feel like I take crazy pills every morning, but I've been feeling like I've been taking crazy pills for about 10 years now. Why? That's because it's been 10 years since you could honestly comment on anything political without people immediately losing their shit and not listening to a single thing you have to say, but just completely taking whatever sort of bullshit they could throw your way to not listen to what you're saying. Like, back when Obama was president, I would try to talk to people like, corporate personhood is a terrible thing, and it's like this Bush era fucking fucked up corporatist law that Obama ratified. And then their first words, it wasn't like, oh, this law that you're into. They're like, is it because you're racist? I'm like, no, I'm talking about a law here that's been ratified. It's on the books. It came from Bush. And then Obama just signed it into law because Bush he wanted to. And this is the whole thing, was I would say Obama is getting away with shit Bush could only dream of getting away with. And I'd be like, well, it's because you're a racist. It's like, no. I actually literally just pay attention to the situation enough to know what the hell's happening beyond nothing. And we're going to move into the next example, which will illustrate this beautifully, about how I try to tell people, hey man, you're only getting propaganda if you're reading somebody's website that says, this is my running platform. That's propaganda, man. And people try to fight me, like, physically fight me over saying that. They're like, yeah, you're wrong. Alright, now we'll fight you over it. Cheers. I said I wasn't voting for Hillary Clinton. And then I gave them just this laundry list of issues, none of which they listened to. Because, again, we'll get into this later. These incredibly condescending people do not have the knowledge depth. Is it snowing? They don't have the depth of knowledge to understand my commentary on the situation, much less be able to rebut it effectively, so they just go with an ad hominem like, well, that's just because you hate women. No. I hate corruption. And foul-ass motherfuckers that screw people over for dollar bills. I think it is snowing. So, yeah, I forget what. Oh yeah, I was gonna vote for Hillary Clinton, and then they were like, "But her platform on her website says this thing that, like, is not true." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I don't listen to anything on anybody's website because it's propaganda." Like, somebody met me later, about like a week later, somebody saw me and they're like, yeah, you think Hillary Clinton's website is filled with propaganda? Now we're gonna fight over it. It's like, this is how dumb these people are. They act like when they're not trying to fight me over telling them, that website is filled with propaganda. Any president's website that says, this is what we're gonna do for the country, yeah, plainly propaganda. I mean, what is it besides propaganda? What is it besides salaciously titled and purposefully selected ideas, news, and, attacks on other candidates to make that candidate look good? What exactly do you call that? News? Factual information? Peer-reviewed science? Yeah, it's called propaganda. But you can't call a spade anymore without people trying to fight you over it. Well, let's move on to how arrogant these people are who don't research shit. They're my age, and they've never read any laws. They know I make a habit of reading laws. But yet they think somehow, because they got a third-hand account of what was happening, that they understand the situation more than I do. Even though the third-hand account, they didn't even read the whole article. They just read like 2 headlines and summarized their opinion based off what their parents taught them. Cheers. Funny part is, I'm the guy that they say is like, but to me, you're just a Republican because your parents are Republican. No, man. Like, me and my family don't get on about anything politically to the point where they are like, my extended family stopped talking to me for a period of years, alright? Y'all motherfuckers don't understand the situation. You don't know what's happening. Like, these people don't know what's happening. And instead of looking at them, the prospect of their life being an ignorant, arrogant, unskilled, Dunning-Kruger paradox living motherfucker. I mean, they think they're the best thing on the planet. These people on many occasions say, I lay my opponents low with my superior intellect. It's like, yeah, no, you were talking about me there. But it wasn't superior intellect. I just thought you were my friend for a while. And so I just gave you points when I was doing stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure. But the one point he had to prove, they got housed on. Like, I made him prove 1 point once, and I eviscerated him, and he got salty. And hey, guess what? We're not friends anymore. Partially it was me being like, yeah, fuck you. Mostly it was me being like, fuck you. This is what it's like when I actually try to make you prove a point. He just got so salty about the situation because, like, they paint me in a terrible light so they can feel good about themselves. It sounds like I'm doing that to them, but no, it's been a period of, since Obama was in administration, that these people, whenever I would say something about anything, they would just come after me with ad hominem, baseless attacks that, if they knew anything about me, they knew would be, well, if they paid attention to what they know about me, they would know to be false. But they willfully ignore things that I do and parts of my personality so they can spuriously accuse me of crimes. But that, I mean, they know that I do certain things for other people on a regular basis, and they willfully ignore that so they can just be like, well, Tim, you disagree with me on that. That's because you're racist. You don't like Obama because you don't like brown people, Tim. I'm like, I don't like Obama because he declared more wars than Bush, killed more people than Bush, first week in office, ratified a Bush amendment fucking law. I liked Bush until I was old enough to understand what the fuck was happening in politics. And that's just 3 things off the top of my head. There's a laundry list, 70 items long, 100 items long. And everybody's like, you don't like him because you like Trump. Hey, newsflash, I don't like Trump either. Fucking dumbasses. I just happen to comment on presidents on the laws they pass, and not on fucking McCarthy smears that Jon Stewart's doing, you dum-dum. This is why I get so salty about the situation, because these people condescend to me personally, and then I stop talking to them, and then they're like, he's such an asshole, he stopped talking to me. It's because you're a condescending douchebag constantly. And I was like, fuck all those people. Like, I know lots of people that don't agree with me politically, but they don't constantly bring it up as a way to gratify themselves. We just meet up and talk about random bullshit. Like, hey man, you see that new Slanesh demon model? It's some sick shit. That's what we're talking about. Like, the new Daughters of Cain and shit. And like all this, you know, nerd shit. That's what the fuck we're talking about. These people come in and they see me and they know I disagree with them, and they're like the guys that do martial arts, and they see somebody who they know has done a shitload more martial arts than them, and they're like, well, you know, I trained with Master Kung Jitsu Fu Manchu. I trained with Batman. Everybody on the planet is trained with Batman, you know, Iron Man, the whole Stipe Miocic, and somehow they beat them all. Everybody on the planet, man. Everybody. All motherfuckers. Somehow, everybody's trained with the greatest master of all time. Fucking. Somehow, everybody knows more than everybody else. Somehow, everybody that lives in Eugene, Oregon is an Einstein-level motherfucker. Somehow, everybody here is Nikola Tesla waiting to be discovered. Or wait, they're all a bunch of egotistical fucking douchebags that don't know how fucking dumb they are. And they're just like, Tim, you don't know how smart I am. Well, depends on how you're measuring that. I think we're both fairly stupid. No, I'm like Nikola Tesla, Russell Brand, and Einstein put together with, you know, okay, I can't remember his name. The guy that owns Verizon, the guy that shot the Tesla into space. Russell Brand, Richard Branson, and the guy that shot the Tesla into space. They think they're all the geniuses in the world put together, combined with Jesus himself.